The Epstein case was never just about one individual. It exposed deeper questions about accountability, transparency, and power. When the headlines faded, the legal and political consequences continued to unfold. Across the United States and beyond, institutions were forced to confront uncomfortable realities, following public outrage. Lawmakers introduced new measures aimed at increasing transparency in plea agreements and protecting victims' rights. Discussions intensified around federal oversight of non-prosecution agreements, particularly in cases involving serious crimes. In some jurisdictions, reforms strengthen victims' notification rights, ensuring that survivors are informed before major legal decisions are finalized. Legal scholars argue that while reforms cannot undo past failures, they can reduce the likelihood of similar breakdowns in the future. The case also ignited political debate. Questions were raised about prosecutorial discretion, oversight within correctional facilities, and accountability at the federal level. Congressional hearings examined jail conditions, staffing shortages, and procedural failures connected to high-profile detainees. For many observers, the issue extended beyond one investigation. It became a broader discussion about institutional trust. Public frustration was visible. Demonstrations, social media campaigns, and investigative journalism kept the story alive long after court proceedings ended. Many citizens questioned whether wealth and influence create unequal outcomes within the justice system. This debate continues to shape public perception of legal fairness today. Perhaps the most lasting impact has come from survivors and advocacy groups. Victims' rights organizations expanded efforts to strengthen protections for those reporting abuse. Increased funding for survivor support services followed. Renewed public attention. Advocates pushed for clearer reporting channels, stronger anti-trafficking enforcement, and better protections for minors. While justice in the Epstein case remains incomplete for many, survivor-led reform movements continue to influence policy discussions nationwide. Internationally, the case triggered renewed scrutiny of elite networks and transnational trafficking investigations. Media outlets across Europe, North America, and beyond revisited questions about power structures and accountability. The story became a cultural reference point, not only for crime, but for systemic failure and reform. The Epstein case altered public conversations about justice, privilege, and transparency. New laws were debated. Oversight mechanisms were reviewed. Survivors found stronger collective voices, yet the broader lesson remains complex. True reform requires more than outrage. It requires sustained accountability, institutional change, and public vigilance. The case may have ended in court, but its impact on law, politics, and society continues.